love Chanel CC, designer belt GG, house full of models GG. How many bottles plenty? How many hating many? Run it up.
Okay. So, continuing on with this amazing topic.
We said to be continued.
We said we're going to get this done one way or another.
Change your menu, but whatever.
So, yeah, we're here. Different location, of course, but y'all better work with us. Anyway. Okay, so, picking back up on this topic, y'all. So, can a man still be considered masculine if he has feminine traits that was inherited by how he was raised? Because you know how sometimes when men grew up in like a household predominantly around women, sisters, mom, aunties, and no male in the picture, they'll kind of pick up on like certain things, like hand gestures, or like, and then get qualified as like being. Have you heard it?
I've heard of it, but why are hand gestures for me?
But certain, this is culturally speaking. This is not done. Yeah, this is culturally speaking.
I flip the wrist sometimes.
Yeah.
Cartier.
She was talking. Oh, you were done with the question? Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna answer this because I was raised by my mom, so I've actually been in this situation, and so for me, I consider myself masculine, but I have been told like just throughout life, like people kind of be like, oh, you have like I guess some woman or feminine, if you will, like qualities when it comes to like just like you said, it was really like hand movements or even like emotions, because back then it was like you don't show emotion. Mm-hmm. So I do think it's a thing because it's just something that I've heard. People like I can tell you were raised by women, because when you're raised by women, it's a different situation, especially when not that my dad wasn't around, but my dad had me when he was younger. So my parents got married, they got divorced, and he kind of was doing his thing. Luckily, as he got older and I got older, what I'm saying, it became more of a presence. But primarily, and my mom has 2 sisters. So, they're all very close. And she has a brother too, but he lived, about an hour or so away. So, yeah, I've been told that. So I do think that is, like you said, culturally, it is a thing.
It's cultural.
You don't realize it until, somebody points it out or until certain things happen. And then you look at people, like I've even just being transparent, I've looked at people that were raised, with 2 parents in the household. I'm like, okay, maybe this or maybe that. But then you do get attacked. Like people be like, oh, you must be this way because, or they try to downplay you, or you get into a lot of altercations as a child because you like, oh, you ain't gonna be talking about me like that. That's not who I am. But it happens like that.
Too, like,
well, because you don't want people talking to you a certain way. Because people are gonna automatically like, like, oh, you're a sissy or you're a faggot.
And you go to a hood school, and I have to interject. Oh my God! And it's also with me interjecting. It's also with you growing. Even you got a mother and a father, and you go to a white school versus going to a hood school. Like, and that's like the kids now, like the famous kids, like like T.I.'s kids. And look at Little Harris. She talks like a little white girl. So the better, I hate to say that, the better like you talking white, the better education you get, you're gonna sound more educated. People like you sound, hey, when you sound white. No, I'm educated. Right. I'm educated, and so you got a guy who grows up and goes to a white school. He puts on thong sandals and go to a black party. He's gay,
and they talking.
And that's a big thing. It's a big thing. Thong sandals with black. I mean, back in the day, thong sandals with black men. And it's so weird, like because he got on thong sandals. He's gay. He has chachacos. What's those sandals? Chacos.
The
crossover. What is that?
The same ones that Gucci makes now that the black men that you'll see all of us wear. Right? I ain't gonna even hold you. So my mom would send me to school in Buckhead all my life. Right? So I grew up sounding like an heiress, like you said, like very. But it was kind of like a culture shock because I would go to school there, but then get bused back home.
So,
but to this day, I still don't wear thong sandals. Because you was my wife so much. They put on shorts and thong sandals and came to school every day. So of course, no problem. So you ask your mom, can you give me some of those? She's like, okay. But then, like you said, you come back down. I'm getting bussed back after I get off the bus, and my friends are like, "What the hell is that?"
Right? He gay.
I don't buy them to this day as a trauma like that.
You should be able to wear whatever you want to
wear. But it's not that easy in our culture because the way black people go on each other is so. If they was to go harder on other races, we would be like the Mexicans. We would stick together like we should. And so that's the shit that always, because I was bust. I would. Oh my God! Art schools. All of them. I come home. My brother and them were like, I'm like, get the fuck out my face. I'll still beat your ass. I wasn't timid. I would still go with, I would throw the punches. I get beat up, whatever, I'm gonna still go.
Yeah.
And so that shit used to really irritate me growing up. Because it's like, how the fuck you go? And it's coming from my people. And you think why people want to leave? They want to leave the culture. It's because of us. Our culture make you want to leave with certain people.
We'll box people in.
Yes.
Me and Courtney talk about this. Black people, we box each other in a lot. Whereas you don't see that with other cultures.
No.
You know, when it comes to white guys, white girls, like they'll experiment, they'll do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
They come right back and they who they say they are.
Right.
But with us, we're like, oh no, they did this 10 years ago, so this is who they are. You know, we're gonna box each other in no matter what.
Sad.
And I hate that.
Me too.
Yeah, no, overall, we are kind of restrictive on, I guess, what it means to be black. Where people expect that it's got to be something that's specific.
Okay.
And then the question I had, are thong sandals like flip-flops?
Yeah.
You know the ones where it go into between your big toe and your
Yeah.
it go right here and it's just a flip.
Right.
Flip it and slap.
Which is funny because I'm Nigerian and my dad, when we were kids, you weren't allowed to walk around the house barefoot. Like you had to have your slippers on.
Okay.
So wearing slippers was just what you did.
But that's a cultural thing. That's a
Right.
cultural
Cultural thing. Right.
But I feel like Africans, y'all wear them.
They gonna wear them thongs.
They be sandaling. Those sandals be sandaling.
They be
Yeah.
sandals.
And then also because in Africa it's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll say growing up for me, the thing that was funny was seeing black men wear slides with socks.
Oh.
That's
beach too.
See, that's a culture. That's another cultural
It's
thing.
a cultural thing.
Like wearing your boxers when you swim trunks. That's a big.
What is
Oh,
that?
it's so
What is
weird.
that?
Y'all do that? Like wear boxers and swim trunks?
No. Basketball shorts. That's swim trunks. I've done that. You know,
Okay.
I would do that, but I would still wear. I would put
You just
drawers.
take the basketball shorts off.
No. What do you? I don't know.
Like
No,
when you
so-
go to the pool, you wear the swim trunks
And
under
the
your
access
shorts, and then
trunks.
you wear the shorts to the pool.
No, I was saying. I thought you were saying like, what would you wear? Swim trunks. Like back in the day, I would wear basketball shorts as swim
When you don't
trunks.
have trunks without the neck, you would put
Yeah,
on
you would put on
that.
basketball shorts.
But did you
I
put on
thought that
drawers
was
on those? With those?
I feel like you can see everything in some basketball shorts.
Yeah, I couldn't watch
That's
all
Okay,
too
see,
much.
that's what
That's
I'm
a lot. That's a lot at 12.
That's something I just.
Well, you know, the thing is, it wasn't 12. So as a little boy, y'all remember, as a child, your parents would buy you swim trunks.
Yeah.
When you got older, we didn't really go to the store and be like, oh, let me go buy me some swim
Yeah.
trunks. So
Yeah.
you go into the pool, you would just throw on some basketball shorts and go swimming. As a grown ass man, I go out and buy swim trunks again.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Because wow.
No, and that's the thing. It's your
Good morning.
upbringing, and its upbringing is so different for everybody.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You know.
Because I wanted to also touch on this. So I feel like in the white culture, like white men will kiss their friends too, like
Yes.
another man.
Yes.
But do y'all have
We
when's
do
the last
it.
time y'all kissed a black man on the cheek or something?
Oh,
Not even.
last
Even
week.
Why?
No, no.
On
No,
some
Mr.
real
Hollywood.
shit.
Yo,
I don't know.
like they do stuff like that and don't even
And
qualify
it's
as
not.
gay
And it's
or
not
like
that.
nothing
Yeah.
weird or tease them. Like
That's a good one.
they do a lot
That's a
of
good one. That's a
they
good
do a lot of stuff.
So
and we be like,
the affection, I think they just show their affection openly.
Well,
Whereas
we're
they don't judge each other.
We're so judgmental.
Yeah.
I was just about to say we're more, and I couldn't get the word out, but
Yeah.
you're right. Judging is the best word. Like black people, we're a judgy culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's so sad because if we stood together the way white people stood together, like I said
Right.
earlier, we really would be like a force to reckon with. But we're so
Yes.
busy boxing people in and not wanting to do this and do that. Whereas the white folks, even if they don't like no,
I don't
their
even
fellow
put
white person,
Caucasians. I would put Mexicans over. Caucasians, they're more snakes. They're snakes to each other.
Mm.
White people are snakes to each other. Working with them, I've been around a lot of white people in my life because I bust back and forth. Mexicans, they stick together, thick and thin.
Mm.
Last night, I'm getting home off of the stadium. It was 3 cars of Mexicans. You know how they stick together, ride together. She locked her keys in the car. Do you know that all the cars that they came with, they stayed? If it was black people, they would. I got something to do. I gotta leave. I gotta do this.
Triple A all the way back.
They on the way. When
Let me
I say
know when
them
you
mother-
on the way home, though.
Let me know you made it
when
safe.
I say these motherfuckers stayed, and I stood there just to be like, damn.
Yeah.
And for us to talk about this today, they stood there the whole time until the motherfuckers came to get that key.
I'm gonna make it like, I don't want to make it deep, but I'm about to make something deep.
Okay.
But how we talk about like showing our same-sex affection or just being free in whoever we are, do we think that a piece of that stems from slavery?
Yes.
Because we couldn't be
100%.
openly happy. We couldn't be openly hug on each other and show affection. We couldn't be openly happy. Like that's a barrel of laughs. We had to run and laugh in the barrel because why are we laughing? There's nothing funny out here. So I wonder if that's just like an ancestral, like deep rooted thing where it's just like, why would you do that? You doing that, and like we like to say, oh, you doing that in front of these white people. Like I wonder if it's rooted in that.
I think parts of it, yes,
Probably.
100%.
A lot of
it might be parts of it.
Yeah, parts of I totally.
Which is why this generation was what's the one, not Alpha, but the one, right? Was it Z or whatever the generation is? Like,
After us?
No, it's
the one after the one after us.
It's Gen X.
Okay, so like
Gen
with
X,
them,
yeah.
they're more accepted if you realize it. So like people our age and older, you know, there's some very boxy and very like you can't do this, can't do that. To your point, I do think it stemmed from, you know, just things over the years. But what I do like is when I'm saying, although it's aggravating because they like to question every single thing and don't understand logic, but they also are more so opening the box to not want to be boxed in, to not want to have to feel like they have to do every little thing, you know, or, you know, to our liking. Now it gets to be aggravating, especially managing people in that generation, because some things are literally like you have a job to do.
Right.
This is what
this
it is.
isn't a democracy here.
Yes,
We gotta do the job.
I feel like the more the younger generations come along, which is why you look at the workforce, why it's changing the way it is.
Yeah.
When I got in the workforce, it was do what we say do. I don't care if I talk to you like you the dirt on the bottom of my shoe. You can't complain to nobody because if I want to complain to them, they'll be like, so what did you do? No one had your back. Whereas now, you look at the generation, like, who the fuck you talking to? Yeah. Or it's like, tell me what to do, but at the end of the day, don't talk to me a certain way. Like, they're not putting up with all the BS.
They do not. They
and
have to go to the next job.
Kind of the way that we were thinking about it back in the day.
We wanted to leave, but they actually leave.
Right. Me and Courtney worked together, right? So back in the day, we would have been like, who the hell are they talking to, right? But because nobody, it wasn't a movement. It was like one or two people. It was easy for them to discard you. Now it's like literally all of them. You know,
that's so true.
It's like that, but yeah, I think it could be rooted in that. But at some point, we got to be like, nah.
We gotta take some accountability.
We have to.
Yeah, we have zero. Like I think we're probably the worst at taking accountability.
We're the worst.
Well, aside from them unmelanated folk, they don't take no accountability.
But that's what I'm
They're like slavery didn't happen. It was good.
And look, that's a whole
taking it all out of the history book.
Like, what?
It's so different. It's so different, y'all. Oh my god.
Okay, so when we say Sass, give an example. Sass, do you have like a story to share or anything? I've been on this date one time.
Oh my god, I have one.
Okay.
Oh
Perfect.
my god.
Go.
And he is the nicest human ever.
Oh, come on.
But like,
you sound like Zesty. That's what you mean.
Oh,
when you say
yeah.
Sass?
Zesty and Sass is in the
okay. Because he was like, yeah, I want to date you. I think you're beautiful. I was like, oh, you're really nice, but you're not my type. But I'm being open. Fine. Cool. We never hung out on the date. But his birthday party came around. And I'm not even kidding when I say this man was in a circle full of women twerking.
What?
And I said, you know, because he had mannerisms, but I was like, maybe.
On your date?
No. This is his birthday party because we never made it to the date. I just ended up going to his birthday party.
What kind of twerking? Give us an example. Show us.
Like, come on.
What you mean?
I think you lying.
With the hands on the
I don't
back?
think.
Yeah, do
He
a
was
nice
in the
little
circle like this.
No.
And he.
No.
There's a photo. There is a photo circling.
It's too
There is a
much
photo
work.
circling of him.
Was he mocking somebody?
Right.
No, I literally was at the party, like, because he always had like those mannerisms, but I was just like, well, maybe he was raised by his mom, or maybe whatever.
Right.
Like, whatever. I don't care about that as long as you're not, you know, being a dick to me.
Yeah.
Right.
But you was parking in a circle,
Yeah.
Interesting.
throwing it back.
And that's why probably guys like that marry white women.
True. Because they find it as silly.
No, see, because the white woman is not going to look at that as the black woman. The black woman, ooh.
Okay. Silly,
The white girl, oh my God, look at that.
I think it's okay. It's one thing to like playfully twerk, like how men like y'all be in there at the club,
Right.
Yeah.
Or something.
But no, baby,
You felt like he was into
he
it.
was really
He
into it. He was sweating. He was having a good time.
If you're
Not
mocking-
sweating
if
and
you're
twerking.
mocking, that's the most you can do is a show.
Yeah, he was
So-
rocking.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did you stay at the party or did you leave?
I said the party because the party was awesome. It was a great party.
In her mind's like, yeah, not talking to him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to drink this free
And there
back off.
was a certain R&B singer that showed up. And when he showed up, I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
You probably are straddling the fence.
Oh,
I can already guess.
I know you can guess, but don't say it.
I'm
I
not. You ain't gonna get me, no.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Okay.
Because I know that.
Remember the
You know, yes.
TS? Initials?
Come on, hey, listen, people watching this.
Okay.
There's a lot of TS's.
Come back on Tierra, like, Tierra, you said it.
Okay, we ain't gonna get.
Yeah, we gonna keep
it.
it going. Go ahead before we
But
get.
as soon as I say it, y'all gonna be like,
Before we get banned.
yeah, let's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
What about men? Have y'all had like friends that you kind of like? I wonder. Or do y'all not? Does it not cross y'all's minds? Or
Wonder that they're sassy or
sassy or maybe
Or their mannerisms that make
Okay.
you feel like
Gotcha.
they may.
I mean, you might notice it and just take note of it, but I mean, you're not gonna make a big deal out of it. It's just like, okay, noted,
Okay.
and then you see if you see more and whatnot. But as long as none of that energy is directed your way,
Yeah.
Good
I like
job.
it. I like it.
Good job, Totes.
That's for sure.
Good
That's
job.
for sure.
No, it's
yeah. I mean, it's like your boys who date ugly women. You don't really judge them for that.
no. You better compare and contrast. Shit.
Okay.
That's
what
so
do you do?
factual.
What do you do if your friend's dating an ugly girl? You don't say nothing.
No, you don't.
No.
You really don't.
No,
I mean,
you don't. That's the thing. You don't.
What you gonna say?
He's
Because
like, oh, I
because
gotta
they
be
like it.
that one.
But he
I
be
gotta
so in
be
love,
that
and he's so in love
one. I got
too.
daddy.
Because here's the thing. On the flip side, where do you go? Now, if they try you and throwing it in your face, maybe, well, where do you go from there? What you gonna do? Well, she ugly. Now what? Now where do you go? Where do you go from there?
Like, what did you
Because
have?
what was the point? What was the
Oh,
what
man.
was
But look,
the point?
but
Now
look,
he embarrassed.
when he get into it with your ugly ass bitch.
Oh,
So they
No,
just like now,
but
and
is
that's
that
how.
a friend thing? Is that a friend thing to say though?
that's a petty thing.
That's a
I don't know if I would say that to my friend.
If
Like,
you
even
was to
if
get,
they
I
are
bet you if they was
ugly,
to get into a something combative, it was something he would mention you your ugly ass bitch.
You know how to know when I'm one of them. I was raised by
Like,
older people. You know what I'm saying? By people's old school. So what I do is when somebody asks me and it's not my type, hey man, what you think about it? Like, oh, you know, it's not my type, but if you like it, you know, that's all that matters. You know,
Okay.
I'm that
You
person.
like it, I'm not my type.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's not my type.
that's 48.
We all
That's
got
48.
different
Verse
types.
4.
Yeah.
Is she ugly? You probably
You know, I'm like,
there.
yeah, you know, it's my
If
type.
you're friends with him, no. If he's telling you, this your type, it's not for me. She ugly. But
Okay,
everyone's beautiful in their own.
so so
He's doing a lot.
okay, let's see. Can you be verbally abused? And if he emotionally break down, does that make him a sass?
Yes.
Being emotionally abused.
Wow. Like, wait, explain. Like, this.
Well, can you?
Oh,
be,
the first part you said.
Yeah, can
Can
a
you
man
be
be
emotionally
verbally
abused?
abused? Yes.
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 If you break down, also yes, that is sassy. 'Cause
Wow.
Now, vulnerability?
What you mean?
Is it sassy or
Yeah,
vulnerability?
that's what I was gonna say. Is it vulnerability or is it?
Nah, it's being sassy. Why are you? So something she said is making you cry.
Wow.
Oh, so, but this is culturally because
That's
he's
culturally.
African descent, and they're
I'm
really,
like, ow.
yeah, they're really aggressive. They're really, when it comes to shit like this, they're really,
Yeah.
they're taught a different way than we are.
No, I feel it's the same way with American men.
Well, most
So you
men
gonna
are
cry?
not going.
You gonna
I
cry
was just about to
because-
say most men are not going to
It depends
Right.
on what she said.
I feel like
in front
some
of
men are
in
more
front.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Well, most men are not going to cry in front of a woman, but definitely not someone that
Yeah.
their significant other on the significant other's talking to them the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? Now, a death in the family, you know, a friend that has died, you know, something very traumatic,
Yeah, you
something
got
like
your arm
that.
chopped off.
That's different, you know.
Okay.
And it's
Something
still,
serious.
and you still aren't breaking down. I mean, I think people will understand if your mom passed
Right.
you're in that moment. But most men are not going to, you know, be verbally abused by a woman and then break down and cry in front of them. That is a sign of abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because
okay,
most men
you
are
cry-
going to allow you to even.
You will cry
come at them.
behind closed doors. You're saying, right?
Nah, because you're not gonna be able to come at me like that to
Okay.
make me cry. If that
Okay.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Like,
But
and I know it happens because there are some men that actually are
Yeah,
physically and
super
verbally
sensitive, like,
abused.
super sensitive.
Abused.
But it's also
it's-
not. It's not necessarily super sensitive. It's
Okay.
just that as a man, that's just not what you do. You
Mhm.
got to draw the line on the disrespect and then distance.
wait, says who? I'm not an emotional person,
Says the
I'll tell
culture.
you-
but it's like who? A man cries.
I'll
That
tell you,
like
I'll tell you,
makes them
I'll tell you
right.
says who's because all right. So She's already gotten to the point where she's talking to you crazy enough that she's getting to you on that level. You crying is not going to make the situation better.
That shows that you care. That's emotion.
What's going to show to her is that you're weak.
Yeah, she's talking to you crazy. And then on top of that, your response is to cry like a little bitch.
So who said cry like a little bitch? You can have a tear. Like
it hurt him.
No, but she said break down.
Okay.
She said break down.
Being passionate.
So my high school sweetheart. Sorry. Have you ever seen
Like,
I'm
sorry.
so sorry. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. But so I broke up with him because he was just at the time I didn't realize what I had. Okay. I was 16, 17. He was amazing. He really was. Like everybody swore I was gonna marry him. But he was very much like the yes person. I can say drive from here to there and don't pick up your phone for 10 days. And he probably would have done it because he cared about me that much.
Okay.
So when I broke up with him, because he was in college, I was still in high school, and I broke up with him. I literally have a picture of it unintentionally because my dad was taking pictures, so my dad didn't know I was breaking up with him. So I was just kind of like, you're
that up
I swear to
Daddy,
God,
take a photo real quick.
I would have never done that. I had no. He came down there like in a good mood, like, and I'm like, he's like, what's wrong with you, bro? And I'm like, you know my dad. So you know how he came down there with the energy, like he thinking everything sweet. But when I was like, you're in college, I'm still in high school, you an hour and a half away, 2 hours away. It's a lot. I'm just trying to get out of school. You're too nice, man. Whatever. He cried
right there in front of me.
He cried, and I didn't look at him
like a single tear.
Oh no, he cried. It
Oh,
was a couple tears.
Okay.
It was a couple tears. It wasn't like boo crying.
He was comfortable.
Yeah,
hurt in that part.
It
shows vulnerability.
I don't give that up with everybody.
Did it make me look
If I cry around you, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
I say, if you see me, if I'm crying around you,
that's
but
good.
I'm probably not going to
What
cry.
she did say is that did it make you rethink your decision about breaking up?
No.
So let me ask you this.
You
I was steadfast in my decision.
Okay,
I knew
can
what I wanted
I say
to do.
this? Because we're going to pivot just a small bit. Something you said, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
You said he was too nice. Why is it? Because
I was 17.
I know, but that's what I'm about to say. Because I've heard this a lot in my life too. Because when you are raised a certain way, like me, I was raised. I said it before by my mom, like primarily my mom and women. You are taught. Of course, they're teaching you to treat women a certain way,
Right.
and you don't have that necessarily everyday male influence. So all you know is trying to be this nice guy.
Yes.
So you're being this nice guy,
brother.
and then the women like you are like, you're too nice. No, I get it. No, but I get it.
I feel you.
And then what y'all do is, and I just want to know why.
No,
you go and get all the dog ass niggas.
Ooh,
For about 10 years. Some of y'all have babies by them. Y'all did.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? But and then once you done did all that, I won't say been ran through, but been dogged out, all that other shit. Now you want the nice nigga. Now you want the person that's gonna buy you what you need to buy, take care of you, who's gonna make sure but you didn't want that all this. Why is that? Why is a nice person that can do this for you all your life and not appreciate it?
That was
a whole
I have an answer, but it's
I want to hear it.
It's
a real thing.
However,
and it's real.
I feel like it's a trauma response. And I'm going to say because a lot of us grew up without fathers or with abandonment issues or with... So it's too good to be true. So surely you're not being this nice to me just because you like me. You either want something from me or it's going to be something later. And I don't want to deal with the heartbreak or whatever the fuck that is. So I'm going to distance myself.
So the dog ass nigga don't want nothing from you. He just want
He don't know. You know.
But y'all in love with him. He dogging you out.
With a dog ass nigga, you know exactly what you get. You know exactly.
So why y'all fall in love with that one?
Because it's risky.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to play with fire.
You heard it first on a Little Kiss and Tell podcast.
I've been.
Yeah, but absolutely.
I love it.
I think that's what you said too. Like it's exciting. It's I don't know what's gonna happen. It's a mystery.
Yes.
And I'm gonna also say this. Although I don't date outside my race. I don't have anything wrong with anyone that does. So hey,
Disclaimer. Hey,
listen, interracial dating, do your thing.
date who you want to
For
date.
me, it's not for me.
Right.
But that's also why, when I talk to my boys and stuff, they love to get the exotic women, all this, because you don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? There isn't, like when he said it earlier, white women or other women, they're going to accept you who you are, where you are. They recognize that good person well before our sisters do.
And then the sisters be like, I don't know why he didn't want no chocolate woman.
I did. Y'all didn't want to accept this.
But I feel like that's unfair because it's not every woman.
It's not. It's not like every man with
Black
certain
women
things.
don't give up on y'all. We don't give up on y'all, but I don't want to
But
deal
we
with
don't
it.
give
I don't want to deal with it.
But it's kind of giving up though. It is really giving up because you don't want me in that moment. So you did give up. Yeah. You wanted me when now you're back and you're 35, 34, 33. And you've done all that. Now, this is the one I need to marry. Yeah. But you did give up for 15 years. So now when I've been over here experimenting for 15 years with women of different races, and some men stay with that. That's what they want.
A plan B ass nigga. That's what they. Yeah.
And that was like, now that the black man's successful black man got to run and get a white woman, which a lot of them do. But it still, I would like to say a lot of it still was probably from that. Like you didn't. That's where they received the most love from.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say is that within our culture, we have a lot of extremes within our culture. And so if you're a black man, the expectation is that you're like a super black man. And so because the other cultures don't have that experience, they don't expect black men to be like that. And so that's why black men sometimes feel like, oh, I could be more myself and I don't have to be like this hard nigga all the time to get that across.
And I love that. That's legit.
We need to make that on a loop because because like that's real.
No,
but on the flip side of that, it's like we don't know that y'all need whatever this is, right? Whatever this vulnerability, whatever the softness or the I don't want to say softness,
like an escape or a safe.
Yeah, the safe place.
Yeah,
we know you need a safe place, but we don't know how to do it because we weren't taught that, right? We weren't taught how to properly be there for a man in our community because we're used to men being men.
Macho,
like I'm the man.
And AKA being hard.
So so you're saying the nice man is not trying to be funny, but I'm asking you. So when you have the nice guy, especially like what you say, inexperienced young age, you don't look at that guy. Y'all don't look at that guy as the man or as a man.
He's not super macho.
But he's not the man because you think about it. For most women kind of go through maybe it's like an evolution when they get from younger to older, right? So when they're younger, it's just like, all right, you're doing a bunch of testing, trying to see if he's really the man that he says that he is, right? And they view you as being nice is that if you could do whatever I say, then how could I trust you to lead me if you're just going to do whatever I say, right? And so that's why sometimes they go to the harder guys because the harder guys just like, it don't matter what you're talking about. We're on my program. We're going to run this relationship on my terms. And sometimes they kind of go after that because it's just like, man, I can't get him to just like, even just whatever. He's just going to do whatever. So let me see if I could. Right.
That is so
Tell me no. Sometimes I need to be told no.
Right.
Yeah.
But then keep going with the evolution because I thought because he's right. But
now I got to come back down.
They come back down to like, oh, they really didn't give me what I needed.
He gave me what he wanted.
Right. And now I want the person to really
give me what I need.
To really care.
Right. And he didn't care because you know what?
He ain't care too.
If we being real, I got boys that's in this lifestyle. A lot of guys that can do that and have that free flowing shit, they doing it for you, and you. You know what I'm saying? Then when y'all get tired of being one of the number, then it's like, I need to go back to the one that would have led me, that I know can provide, that's not going to prison.
Yeah.
Not going to prison. Right? It's crazy.
And it's also part of women's ego because if you could be a young chick and get one of these guys who's so hard to pick and choose you are a G. You know what I mean? Like you think about it, you are, because out of all the women that he's just been like, no, I'm doing my own thing, I run it on my timetable, and he's gonna be like, but for you, I'm gonna make some considerations. She feels like, oh, she actually did it.
She wants.
Right.
But what happens
We've really
is
been operating out of ego this whole time. We really didn't want them. We just want our ego strong.
So the talking to the evolution is that as a woman gets older, she kind of feels like, all right, I thought I could maybe get the top, whoever that was, and that didn't work out a couple of times. So maybe I do need to be with somebody who might consider me in their situation. That's where they kind of look for the nicer guy, because it's just like, okay, because to come across a guy who is nice to you is actually a hard thing to come by. So sometimes women don't appreciate it when they have it.
And see, as a nice guy, which is like someone like myself, I'm just like, look, because I'm not gonna let you run over me either. But I'm gonna be a nice guy because that's what I was taught. Right. That is not necessarily what it's always like at first. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with him. Like it's like that up and down. You see it all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, and then by the time, like women say it's the one that got away because they know like that's who I should have been with, but you weren't there in that moment. Like you felt like, okay, he ain't gonna leave me, but really, is he not gonna leave you because he wants to make sure you're happy? Right. Because that doesn't mean I can't lead you. Because I want to make sure you're happy.
All the nice guys.
Because you know what? Because here's the problem. When you get with a dude that's not making you happy, you're still not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a bizarre question right now.
Oh, bizarre.
Y'all ready for this?
We're ready.
Bizarre question.
I'm crazy.
I'm scared too. My last quickie questions got me.
Right. So have y'all ever dated?
Me and him?
And why not?
Oh.
Why?
Oh, you went there.
My bad. The people want to know.
So funny.
He's a nice guy and he feels.
I wanted to ask.
Everybody asked
you always ignored the nice guy who was in your face the whole time. I'm just kidding.
No,
Mr. Paul was watching this and gonna be like, exactly.
Even my dad when I see this, but no, he likes brown skin women.
Oh,
and we're friends. Like we're preference.
Okay.
I'm really friends.
That really is not. I'm glad you know what I like the way
I know
I like the way you have my back right
now. That was a good.
That is.
I can tell y'all friends.
Yeah.
That is definitely.
We just slept in the same bed after drinking. We'll roll over.
No licking is split.
No, I think we could have put another human in the bed and charged for. You see your
But Courtney is definitely dope. And when we met through a mutual friend that kind of had interest in one other at the time or whatever the case may be. But I never.
You did.
I know, but I'm saying to be nice for them.
I did not know that. Oh, it just came back.
No, but also Courtney's dope, but I prefer dark skin or brown to dark skin.
Okay.
I know people say you light skin yourself, but when they say
you're not light skinned.
I don't think that either. People will tell me that.
He is paper sack brown. Paper sack brown.
But that's it. But no, it ain't. No, we've never dated. No, we've never tried. Nothing like that. Just always been cool.
Okay.
And I'm the type of person too. I can recognize when my friends are pretty, beautiful and all that. But at the same time, if you're not my type, I'm not gonna be on you.
Forcing it like that.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, and you don't like light skinned men either. Right?
I don't think a lot of light skin on light skin.
What's your type, Court?
Ooh.
You
She's gonna fly away out with the lines.
It's just something about a chocolate man.
Oh, see, of course, yeah.
They go to the gym.
Nope.
Because I love arms. I'm an arm girl.
I love
like if you really don't have to be chocolate.
Arms and pecs.
I'm growing up. I'm like, okay, a little light skin. I can deal with it now. Like, cause high school, like middle school through high school, like everyone was like, you're gonna marry a white man because I only dated light skin guys.
Oh wow.
Like I was super like, but then I was like,
and then you turned your back on your own kind.
You know what?
I don't want light skin.
I find it funny when light skin women be like, I don't like light skin men. I always be like, I get it.
No, listen. I'm not gonna hold
you.
you.
I
talked to a guy who was around my complexion once, and we were laying in the bed, and we were laying like this for reference.
Lights
Elbow
off, they
was
blow
here.
blowing.
No, it was morning, so the sun was peeking in from outside.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
You're beautiful, babe,
but on the flip side, because society has made the light skin, especially light skin long hair, that's like society's beauty that we used to see back in the day on TV. A lot of men go for light skin women.
But it goes to slavery
but I think
too.
that's why too I don't like not that I don't like light skin men. I would definitely date a light skin man now.
Yeah.
But I also feel like because I hate talking about light skin problems. I really do. Because it's like, all right, here we go.
No, it's a thing.
But
it's a thing.
Because I my entire life I have dumbed myself down. Very much so. Like I'm very modest in what I wear. I'm very modest in the things I talk about. I never ever wanted anybody to look at me and be like, oh, she thinks she better because she light skinned. My entire life. Wow. And so
that's the thing.
I think that's why I gravitate towards men that are deeper in complexion. I don't want my kids to have to deal with that. I don't want you to ever dumb yourself down because of your complexion.
there's also a cultural aspect to it because in Europe, the clothes are a little bit tapered. I guess they kind of call it like the smart look, and so that's kind of immigrated over here. And then I think in was it like athleisure wear, where even for men they start having that taper look, because I see a lot of guys who are like trainers all have it's maybe just a couple inches shy of being like leggings.
No. And them hoochie daddy shorts.
But the workout shorts is the same way. You know, that European look.
That's that European.
Definitely here.
Short shorts.
Okay, Corey. Why she about to go back to sharp watch?
Because I patiently waited until everybody had their commentary on that man.
What you gonna say?
But the fact remains, he had on fucking tights. You can see every muscle in his thigh, in his calf. In the shirt, you can see every piece of muscle in his body. If you wanted to go out naked, just say that.
But that's a question for me. Like,
say that.
Y'all
It's too tight. I don't care how you got out the car.
But y'all package just being
just
like
nuts everywhere.
Presented in tight stuff.
I try to be cognizant of that. And I know like some people don't care. Like, I'm free ball, I'm gonna do this. It doesn't matter. For me, I try to be cognizant because if it's the stuff out here can be tight. It can be like even like your jogger sweatsuits and all that. So to me, when I try it on, if I look at it, it's like it's doing too much, and then I mean, you still gonna get bulge. You know, it is what it is.
If you bulge, you bulge.
But y'all like, okay, sure.
I mean, you can't shrink your shit if you got.
I just wondered if y'all feel comfortable about it.
I personally, there are certain pants that I have put back, like after trying them on and been like, nah, this is too much. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, you're gonna have something. But there are some pants to me to that tight. Talking about tightness, and you be like, all right, this is
it's extreme.
Because sometimes it's uncomfortable. Because
that's what I'm wondering.
Like, it can get to be where it's kind of
like if it's up your ass and all up your scrotum, that's different.
But if it's uncomfortable for me, that's a problem. But if it's uncomfortable for you, that's
your problem.
Gotcha.
Go, toast, nigga.
Go, toast. Oh. Okay, last question. What's y'all's zodiac sign?
Ooh,
Capricorn.
Wow. Okay.
Gemini.
Oh.
Wow. Why you say that?
I didn't know you was a
Gemini.
I didn't know he was a Chucky doll. I didn't know he was a Chucky doll.
Chucky.
Oh, so I didn't know he was a Chucky.
No.
Ooh, Gemini, that's
Jesus.
Because y'all got the two sides.
I'm still trying to get my life prepared from the last 365 days of my life. I don't need no more.
Not like the Gemini, y'all are the
I feel like
top contenders.
Moves.
We all got Scorpio.
Right.
Definitely got moves.
I sting a bitch.
But every time everybody hears Gemini, it's like, ooh.
No, it's y'all. Ooh.
I mean, I haven't had terrible encounters with the Gemini.
Oh, you haven't?
Gemini women, nothing bad to say.
Nothing bad to say with Gemini.
You a Gemini?
No.
Oh.
I'm down for 10 minutes Gemini.
Oh, women, men?
Oh,
Oh,
birthday
my God.
next week, so.
No, my birthday is not next week, but thank you.
In the park.
Well, I guess today's Sunday, so technically you're right.
Wait, Gemini,
Pisces.
Pisces.
What do y'all do?
What do we do?
Yeah.
We love hard.
Wait, what's next?
Aries.
You know what? I know people talk about Geminis, but I'm starting to think like, are Geminis really like this Chucky doll? Because every Gemini I've ever encountered, I have bad experiences.
I can get with the moves. Wait,
no, it's one day they love you, the next day it's like, do you even exist?
Oh, I never encountered
They're
I never
very
encountered
hot
that.
and cold. Like you just like
gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it to come around.
Fuck that.
No.
But why am I waiting on you to come around? I'm not saying you.
Because sometimes that's not what time we're on today.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, today?
why gotta wait? I shouldn't have to wait. Why do I have to settle?
You know what you don't? I just have never had that experience. I've never had that experience with the Gemini.
Every Gemini, it's been like super hot and cold.
That always be cool. Like,
I've been in Gemini for 9 years, so like,
But it might also.
it wasn't crazy.
No, we get along.
I think he was different.
It's because you got patience.
Mm-hmm.
See, people who have patience,
That's
it can just be
So
like,
long.
because sometimes you talk to your friends or whatever, and they just not on it today, and then you just be like, all right, cool, I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with a Gemini.
But y'all wish it was
Be correct.
Because he made it sound so sweet and good. No, they will
Y'all made it like he's a mark the house.
But I feel like are kind of similar people. In the sense that because like they have their two signs, their two moods, and we're technically two fish swimming in opposite directions.
Okay.
So we're never ever
See,
like there's no. Well, I think you can. It's just a lot of work.
Okay.
It's a lot of work. Both people actually have to want to do it because like I really get along well with Gemini men. Like we have a blast. It's a great time.
So then why were you looking all crazy
Because
before?
well, it's because in dating, I didn't say anything about like personally like oh you're awesome for people,
Okay.
but dating. It's like 4 people in this relationship, and I don't know which one is which. Because I have I don't know.
So, but then wouldn't you be more understanding, considering you?
I'm very understanding, but then it also puts you in a situation where you end something for too long because you're too understanding. How long am I supposed to wait on you to be?
And I've seen firsthand.
He know. He
Her-
done told me, baby, walk away. He don't even like you like that. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Don't tell me about this.
It's the truth. He's literally, if I ever want to know the truth for real, he's like, friend.
She sent me this.
That's good,
She
it's true.
sent me this meme one time on it was like this little short little video meme on IG, and it was the guy was like, "It was never you. He was never going to choose you. Like get yourself together." And the girl was crying hysterically and like trying to like, and Courtney said, "This is you." She did that
He
to
was
me.
like, get your
This is
shit.
you.
Why you so fucking with him?
I don't think that's necessarily
Because when I'm in it, I'm in it.
Yeah, me
I'm a
too.
lover girl. Like I
He's
love
trying
hard.
to give her.
I care about people.
Snap out of
And
it.
like you can be so much better than this. Like I know that you act in this way, but like I know that you act in
I be
this
trying to look
way.
out for her. She
Niggas love to act. Like niggas really need Academy Awards. Y'all be acting y'all ass off. Wow. Anyway,
He was a Gemini?
yes.
Oh,
The last 2-3 guys I've dated.
See, not learning from my
wow. So you was
mistakes.
trying.
Yeah, you.
I don't know why the fuck they keep coming to me. Leave me
And
alone.
everyone she wants to hold on to like this.
I'm only going to hold on to this last one. The other one I was like, oh no, well, you got to go. But this last one.
Damn. Well.
Yeah, on that note, on my trauma, we gonna get up out of here.
Y'all, okay, this was an amazing episode. I want to thank y'all again for coming.
Goodness.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, and working with us. We had got kicked out of the last spot, then moved to another spot, and we got the same done. Okay,
Right. Shit.
And it was a dope recording.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope as fuck.
So fun.
Shout out to my co-host.
Oh.
Both of y'all.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Welcome right out.
Can y'all shout out your Instagram?
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah.
You said what?
Can you shout out your Instagrams one more time for the people? If you want people to follow you or if you want to connect more with other people, please shout out your Instagram or your socials, whatever you.
Yeah, sure. Mine is Toksogun. That's TOKSOGUN, and that's everywhere.
Oh, Jigu. Is that what you would say?
Oh,
No, Ogun.
Oh, I was like, that's you? Okay.
All right, and mine is Drano, DRANOE, like stuff that unclogs your drains when it gets messed up.
You want to
Oh,
call
IG.
the drains out?
No.
What's the name still from?
I'm just unclogging your mind, you know what I'm saying?
I was today.
Hit up my brother.
Oh my God.
Because I've always known that was his Instagram, but it just hit me in my mind.
Just now. After hearing it
My
out
friend
loud.
is a Q, by the way. Shout
Oh.
out to all the Qs.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like information out there.
Yeah.
Explain
Shout out to
that.
Express.
Oh, you know.
Oh.
That is funny. No, but for real, this was amazing. Y'all be sure to check out the merch as well. Go, listen, support your people.
Support.
And share this podcast with another person. Make sure y'all are subscribing to us on YouTube and every platform that we are available. Let us know. Also, DM us. Want to hear more from y'all. So, like, DM us things that you want to hear us talk about, events that you want to see us have and host and whatnot. And yeah, until next time, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Face down, ass up, waiting for me. I'ma show you pretty ass up.